Comes up though, he hears the AWP, wants to force the fight straight away. Head peek in the angle, there's not a whole lot Bubble can do. Molotov down, goes for the peek, but it's not going to work. That's going to cost him a lot of HP in the spray from Rez.
One of these bomb sites with B being the main target, as you can see. Victor goes in with the flash, catching the player in heaven, spots the head of Get Right, and Plopsky, he's the next one left in the pit. I was going to say could have been the next victim, but he steps up, and with the assistance of Rez, suddenly NiP have gone ahead and stabilized themselves in this round. And 2 versus 2 is where it comes down to, but just as I say that, of course, somehow it begins to fall apart. Lekro spotting that bomb planter, the head showing itself.
Poison's already moved around, he's on the ramp, and he's going to peek up and take Lekro's head. At least the head peek, but wall banging him to death. And Lekro's going to be in a lot of trouble. The flash goes over, Lekro's not blinded by it though, so he picks up one. That's all he can manage. Rez tries to get away, but this player's pushing up short. Another rotate from Forest might not be expected, so he's able to pick up one by surprise, but no more than that. So a man advantage stays towards Windigo, and Plopsky's not ready for a player to already be down here. He still gets the kill, I don't know how. And a 2 versus 2, Dean.
Yeah, great control to transfer that spray where he needed to right there from Plopsky. The flank coming in on long from Get Right, going to be able to drop Poison, who did not expect it. And as you can see now, Blocker going to be left all alone. He's low HP. He has 2 opponents to face off against, and they're on both sides of him, making things very difficult indeed. But he isolates the 1 versus 1 initially. Plopsky goes down.
You're getting a bomb plant here. 3 players down towards the B side though, so it's not going to be It is going to be easy as they just rip everybody's head off. What the hell is that? Within the space of 3 seconds, they take 3 duels, 4 duels even, and just wipe NiP off the map. Rez with the AWP, it was an odd choice, but it's the only choice.
We live only $2,400, so without a couple of kills, that'll be a little bit difficult.
When you think back to yesterday, this was their best map for NiP, and now just being torn apart. I mean, they did start on their T side there, and it took it, what, 11 to 4, so they only had to play out, I think, in total 7 CT rounds, and that is where they started to look a little worse when it came to the buy rounds up against Heretics on the CT side. So maybe we've got some hope when they swap over. For now, bomb planted on B, pistols to back up that op, and Rez gonna start to think about saving if he can't catch a kill, and that Molotov forces him into an early decision. He was looking for a pick, but had no choice really. He didn't want to be stuck towards CT and get pushed down. Just trying to catch an exit from heaven here. That's all he can really do, and to be honest, he should be just be running at this point, because Windigo are starting to make progress towards him, but it's the op that finds the kill, so it doesn't matter a whole bunch.
Flank to come in here for NiP. Problem is, if they lose the B bomb site, if they're not able to put in any sort of defense, it may be too late. Get Right up close with the UMP, gets 1. Follows it up with quite a bit of damage, but he needs his teammates now to go ahead and find them. Forrest gets 1 before going down. Lekro, he's going to be able to come in and catch that frag just before the smoke blooms. So they do manage to find themselves a nice little man advantage here coming into the retake. Something they can be happy with. Poison, of course, quite low on health. Stepping out there as well, ends up getting taken down towards Monster. So it's all onto Victor left in the 1v3. As long as NiP move together and ensure they trade here, they should be okay.
Victor's had some good performances today already. He's been stepping it up, and he catches them! No. They line up! It's all down to Rez. They move together, Dean, but I don't think it's in the way that you were hoping for. The defuse tap, but the steps are being heard. Victor knows that Rez isn't on it. He's got a kit, he's got a smoke, smokes it, but he sticks it right away. And that gives Victor the time to just spray him before the smoke even blooms. Find a 1v1. No, they're going to go together as well. Really well played, but they get sprayed down. Rez looking for a third, doesn't find it. But that's the advantage that NiP need.
Position beside connector. He can call then for Forrest to assist him as well. So it's kind of like a crossfire they have set up right now to stop them from coming out of connector. But apparently Forrest doesn't even need it, Mitch. It's all on Plopsky. He was able to just drop 2 of them. Poison trying to creep onto that A bomb site, gets spotted by Get Right, who takes a little bit of a swing.
He can't pin it all on him though. I mean, we've seen all of it. That was a juicy spray down from Rez at the start. But he finds it eventually. Will he be conscious of Bubble being in toilets already? Whether he is or not, he's not anymore. His head's been ripped off, and it's put into a 4 versus 3. Still a decent advantage for NiP to play with. As the push comes down towards the B site, boost up from Get Right. He's spotting them out. Plopsky takes the kill. And now this is getting a little bit awkward for Victor. He's stuck here. Get Right tries to force the issue, but without Plopsky there to assist him. So he's taken down all alone. They're taking fights one at a time, Dean, and they're being punished for it. It's all on to Lekro. He didn't win the 1v2 on B earlier on, but now's his opportunity up against Victor, though. He's been the player to clutch it out again and again. Nade goes through, switch to the M4. Really smart by Lekro. He knows Victor's going to be low at this point, So a much better chance with this M4, so at least if he misses the first bullet, he can spray it. Victor just hiding behind default. Lekro's going to start to suspect he's moved, but Victor gives it away. Molotov through. Victor has to face it, and he's taken down.
As I said, only been able to invest a small bit. Get right, that is ballsy. Not too sure what he was doing right there.
That's going to make it hard for Rez, because he's trying to get up close, but he's going to be caught halfway. He's in no man's land, but he picks up 2. Every time you count him out of a fight. Every single time. You say, oh, there's 2 people peeking him. No, he takes... Oh, what a headshot by Bubble. That pulls it back over towards Windigo as they get the bomb plant. Watching the flank as well. No chance today, Forest. So it's all on to Plopsky. 1v3. This man can win clutches. We've seen him do it before. He's having a good game. Definitely going to be conscious, but this is something Windigo have been doing well, is they're not giving opportunities for clutches so much. Nice position by Bubble. Catches him off guard on your opponent's map pick. Especially when it's been shown to be an okay map for you already yesterday.
That's exactly what I was going to say, especially bomb site once the push comes in. And they do have a small bit of utility to do. So Lekro has a nade there. He's already trying out the flash, unfortunately. So it's going to be more so down to them winning these gunfights right now, which is not going to be easy, apparently. Bubble already ripping off the head of Rez. Blocker finishes off Lekro towards the steps. Plopsky getting caught by that lurker, rather, on mid. And with that get right, probably just going to have to back off and save again.
When it comes down to a 1v1 in the end, not because of Windigo do anything special, just wait for pushes. Like Victor behind the pillar, and he just got pushed down again and again. There it is, Plopsky getting aggressive now. You got weaker weapons here, you're going to have to make those kind of crazy plays, and you're baiting in, really. Get right on the side, it's being left unchecked. He's able to pick up 1, there's a second as well. That's why they were playing aggressive. Give away the kills, give away the fact that they're getting aggressive because they want to get info, and there's maybe not a lot of players there, and then the flanks come through. Rez not able to get too much because he's peeked by the op. They know where Get Right is, but no idea about Forest, so he could be the big player here. Get Right shooting off and switching over to the FAMAS. They know he's towards CT, but Forest coming up behind, hasn't been spotted. He catches poison, looks for more. There goes Victor, and Ships is the last alive. It's all down to Get Right to win the 1v1. He's reloading though, so Ships knows roughly where he is, ready to peek down towards water. Get Right hugging the wall, but he finds the headshot, and it's 5-10. It's not a great scoreline, as 2 Windigo players await him. The swing comes out, and Bubble to finish it off.
Will at least be planted. Rez able to pull one back there before eventually going down himself, so they do end up in pretty much the same position. But just as I say that, of course, again, being traded back and forth, Poison tapping away some heads, Victor doing the same, and now it's all on to Get Right in a 1-on-2. Trying to flank around, the bomb's already been stuck. There's nothing that he can do in this position. It will be defused, and that is going to be an 11-5 lead here for Windigo.
Water doesn't see them, so starts to rotate up. Bubble gets spotted out immediately, leaving Poison to try take the fights alone, and that doesn't work all too well. Now the rotation's up from Blocker, grants 1 kill on the board. As he pushes further forward, though, Plopsky's going to be ready for this. Swings out, loses his head. Blocker's taking them all. AK going to be upgraded. Now they're looking for the real fights. And Blocker taken down, still leaves it into a 3 versus 2, with Windigo rotating up and having Victor and Ships behind that smoke, though, means the bomb should be planted. I think they're going for the boost up here as well. This is a dangerous play, but it could net them a kill. Yeah, catches them by surprise, but Get Right lands the headshot.
It's just not very likely. He realizes that, of course, begins to fall away, saving the M4 being his main goal.
Playing towards B, you want to have a molly for the monster rush or to take some control, and you can see molly down on short. They're going to send all 3 players towards this area, knowing there's probably going to be one isolated. Lekro spotted inside the smoke. He can't get a whole lot done. As soon as he's spotted there, they just spam, and he is dead to rights. The second B player, Victor, who is actually anchoring on the sites, able to catch them. Ships down. I mean, they're realizing now on the NiP side that this wasn't just 1 player getting aggressive or 2 players getting aggressive on short. This is a stack on B with an aggressive play, and it works out so well, with Victor even spamming one through the smoke to leave Rez into a 1v4. NiP take for granted that it's a bit of a standard A, and every time they go around a corner, they're like, oh, there's another guy.
Of course, as you said, still able to buy in the next, although will be a little bit limited for Forest. Nice taps from Blocker as he takes down the first, but they could be in trouble with that Glock already. Plopsky able to find one. Forest comes up and gets himself in the position to snatch away a life as well. Blocker goes down, and suddenly NiP actually have managed to find themselves a man advantage, and they may be able to get that second up over towards Long as well. Poison, though, he doesn't want to allow for it to happen. Trapped in behind the tree, though. Unfortunately, not going to have too much to say about it as he does go down. So again, NiP have actually managed to put themselves in a favorable position here as the round kind of calms down a little bit. And it's...
But if Forest misses his initial shot, this could be very awkward. He could be taken down immediately, and then the spray down onto Plopsky.
With the AWP, was able to chime in, I believe, 2 in a row. But still, kicking it off, dropping the op player over is not going to be too easy. Poison, though, trying to get aggressive over towards Long, could potentially pull off a bit of a flank. Ships, unfortunately, peeking. Connector goes down. Rez finds himself a frag elsewhere. And And so far, the only trade to come back is from Blocker, who unfortunately probably isn't going to survive very long. Get right with a nice little jump into the angle.
Victor's got to clutch it out yet again. 1v4 this time and already down to 50 HP. Get right closes it out easily.
Traded out to the rifle, finds that kill in the end. I think there may have been something.
Windigo on these pistols. I'm surprised we're not seeing him play more aggressive. Soon as Poison tries to even get information, not even playing aggressive, just jump spotting behind the truck. He's gone. Forrest hits him with the AWP, puts it into a 4v4. Windigo, you can see the aggression coming through. Eventually they get angsty. It's the M4 actually going forward, and Bubble gets dropped. It's best to just save. Economy damage is kind of out of the question at this point, so you're only risking losing yourself that AK, which is valuable in and of itself because of the one-shot headshot. Poison's moving back. Bubble rotating down. Okay, Poison's just going to anchor and play for short. Kill found by Blocker, so on the aggression through toilets, he spotted one. That's going to sell a little bit of fake information, but they spot the rest. The utility coming over towards B. They know that it's going to be a B hit. The peek out from Victor. He keeps on going down towards Monster. Low HP on Get Right. 7 seconds left. They need to go, and they run right into the M4 of Bubble. 14-14. That's the utility being used up on B, but there's no intent behind it, really. They leave Get Right and make a little bit of noise and hopefully drag rotates, but Windigo reacting perfectly. They realize there's no way this is a B hit. They've already thrown their utility and they don't push on the back of it. Molotov down stops Bubble from being able to rotate up and help out as Blocker finds one. Poison goes down right after. Blocker continues. A team kill comes through from Forrest. He takes down Plopsky and it's all on to Get Right. 1v3. He's not got the bomb. He's got the B bomb site though. It doesn't really help in this situation. What a horrible round for NiP.
Someone could have creeped up close to that smoke. There we go, bringing it back over towards B now. That looks to be the main objective for NiP. And with 30 seconds remaining, they need to get a move on. There's still a few flashes here in play from Windigo that could potentially slow them down a bit. Oh, failed smoke as well.
That's an awkward one now. Pushing forward, those ships falls. Blocker's got a lot of pressure on his shoulders. Down rotates Bubble. Victor, the clutch player's already gone. It's a 2 versus 1 though. Forrest left last alive. AWP up above. Poison finds a second and a third for the round. As Windigo get very aggressive early on.
Yeah, and Get Right, he may be able to find some of that aggression. Spots Blocker, goes for the 3 round. We see that P250, of course, in the hands of Electro. He doesn't have Kevlar to support it, but it still gives him that extra range capability, but it may not be needed because all of his teammates are gone now, left in the 1v5. I mean, P250 still better than a Glock to have, but with 5 to go, with the bomb already being defused, I don't really give him too much hope in pulling this one off in his favor. And as you can see, that's not going to be the case. I think kind of falling back at this point, probably his best option. Getting himself another kill. That's not too bad. A little bit of extra money to work with. I think a decent buy. And then Bubble and the Poison will be able to get a little bit of a force. But of course, a great buy right now. So we need to focus on this one. A quick A-rush going to be coming in. They line up for Blocker. But the trades come back, so it does end up in a 3-on-3. But Forrest, he expects this flank and catches it perfectly.
NiP coming out. They know there's a player towards heaven. Chips throwing the Molotov. Confirms he's still there. Poison jumping around with the AWP. Not going to find a kill. Actually gives it over. Well, potentially gives it over to the T-side. I'm sure they'll pick it up after. And down goes Ships. Which opens up a lot of possibilities for NiP. Now, obviously, they haven't done that, but Windigo don't know that. So as an A-hit comes out, it'll still catch them slightly by surprise. But talking about surprise, Blocker taps Rez on the back and then takes him down. Forrest picks up a kill, looks towards heaven for more, and the tap is there. Poison's out of the game. Still actually conscious of heaven, and rightfully so. Forrest is going to be taken down from there with a wall bang. And a 2 versus 3 develops. Plopsky picks one, looks towards heaven, spray down's there. He deals so much damage in towards Bubble, who's eventually going to be taken down, and Lecro gets the final kill. NiP with a very hectic round, but they pull it back. So it's definitely a positive. And I think when you go, that's the confidence in their corner. Get right on that flank as well after dropping down vents. He's catching them all by surprise. His teammates push in to help him, but there's nothing to help with. He's already taken both kills. And with Victor and Ships left into a 2v5. Where do you go from here? Oh, that's what you do. You grab yourself a quick kill and bail out of there. A couple more scrappy fights like that, and you can see Windigo back in with a chance to win the round.
Thing for Windigo coming into this gun round. Let's see if he's going to be able to use it effectively, though. Looking to try and get aggressive, actually, over towards ramp right now. It was Ships alongside Bubble. Bubble does go down, but Ships at least able to return it, a 1-for-1 trade. They get themselves a little bit of info to work with, a little bit of control as well. I think Ships is remaining aggressive, but overall, the 1-for-1 trade, I think, is going to be leaving NiP in a bit of a happier position. Like, look to get that outside control. Get right. Oh, he actually does find that kill on towards Ships, even though he gets dinked down So brought back in favor of NiP. It's not going to last very long. Nice nade.
Because they can still be in T-spawn. And B, it's not ideal. As a kill goes down, Victor, he spots the... No, he didn't spot the lag. He's heard the steps, though. So he knows at least one player is here. Rez has come back up out... No, he hasn't, sorry. Minimap confused me for a second. God damn it, Nuke. He's actually up on the top of the ramp there. He'll catch... Oh, no! He runs in the way! Body blocks for the bomb planter. And Plopsky, he's got to pull off a 1v2. Shots ringing out. He finds it onto Victor. Now it's only Poison. Low HP already with the AWP. And a headshot found.
No matter what happens, they will have a lead at the halftime, even if they end up losing what remains in this half. Good damage being found there on towards Blocker and Bubble. Nice little peek as well, following it up from Forest to finish him off. Although he needs to be careful. Poison on the scout. You know he's more than capable with this weapon.
Limited time towards a bomb site, especially with an op as well. That's where pistols can really thrive. Utility being thrown out, which means up on top here, Ships is going to be ready to peek out and maybe find a couple of kills. One on the board before he's taken down. The scout doing the work on long range. Poison picks one, but he's not able to drop down to the side to safety. They know Victor's around this area. No idea about Bubble. Now they do as he's shooting off his 5-7 up above. Victor misses the deagle shot and Bubble drops down and falls all the way down, lying on the floor. Forward with the AWP. Ships waits for the repeat, but Get Right hits that headshot right away. Victor returns the aggression from A, and now they can back off with a man advantage. Windigo can feel confident.
See, NiP, they still have a good bit of time to work with, but it doesn't matter if you have time when you're losing all the men.
A much better angle to peek over towards Heaven. Victor spots him out, though, and finds the kill. A second for him in the round of their rounds have been basically on the back of the pistol. Ooh. Bubble missing the Mag 7 shot. Even if he connected it properly, I don't think it would have been a kill from that range. This leaves us okay with Windigo with a man disadvantage. Blocker gets aggressive. He's sticking around as well. This is... well, the steps are being heard now. Forrest is going to peek in. I like to play that from Lekro to just play it a bit passive. He's spamming at him. He's doing a bit of damage, but he's trying to avoid the fight, really, against the SMG. Let Forrest come in and clean it up. And it puts Windigo back behind. NiP are looking much better than the start of Overpass, where I feel like their issue was just playing together. They weren't doing it at all. They wanted to play so individually. And catching everyone off at this point. Plopsky, I mean, Poison's coming towards outside. He's looking at A. No idea that Plopsky's behind him.
Yeah, and if we have a look at the scoreboard again, we are seeing the trend of what we seen yesterday when NiP did find success. It's Get Right and Forest up there alongside Plopsky, and then you also have Lekro and Rez having their rounds. It seems to be kind of the winning formula here for NiP.
Not the, but not as well as on the T side. This is where they stepped up the most on the Windigo side, and they started out with an opening. P250 headshot comes through from Ships. Long range fight from Lekro. He's trying to drop that P2, and he lands it eventually. Trading back his teammate, but there's plenty to go around as Poison eliminates him yet again. The Windigo side find themselves ahead. Now, if they take the fight on the Forest, they probably won't look as good. That's a much longer range to be fighting on. And Forest just looking for the headshot to take them down, whereas they'll need a little bit more, but okay. Poison comes in, tap to the body, tap to the head. That's how we do it. And so 4 versus 2. NiP falling apart here in the pistol round. This is the round that Windigo really need to build up that early momentum. Awkward fight from Plopsky, but he wins it out. Blocker wasn't quite sure where he was being shot at from. Doesn't get time to figure it out.
Yeah, but Windigo right now creeping around on towards this A bomb site. Get Right seems to have a good idea rather about what's actually going on. He's going to be spotting Heaven, and his crosshair placed perfectly. Knows Victor's up close somehow. The raid being perfect from Get Right finds himself a second, and with that now it's all on Poison, but he's been fragging well to the 1v1, but he doesn't expect Plopsky to have already creeped out of Huh.
Full buy. The start of this half has not gone according to plan. Great opening pick by Victor. Continues to go, and the flashbangs from Poison and Bubble contribute to both of those kills massively. He starts to push forward. He'll actually catch the back of Get Right, but the looks of things, shots by Poison as he takes down Rez. Get Right's going to rotate over. He'll be under with Plopsky here. And oh, that's the bomb. They've dropped the bomb on outside. Abandoned the strategy to retake Heaven with the shot, or don't. No, Get Right's going up with the shotgun. Hello! How you doing? Victor's just gone. Perfect weapon to use on that because the inaccuracy doesn't really matter a whole lot. Headshot connected. Get Right's coming down. He's swinging around with the shotgun. Not great on that range, and Ships is there to help out his teammate on the retreat.
A decent buy still available here for NiP. They have the op over towards Forest. The only thing well, I guess their main problem is the fact that they have very, very little utility, so that does make it quite a bit more awkward. They need to win out these fights, and there we have it. A one-way smoking towards the door. Let's forget right on the UMP. To be successful, they lined up on the cross as well with a little bit of a gap. And it costs the life of one and most of the life of Bubble as he's dropped down to 16 HP. This is a very difficult position right now for Windigo as they're struggling to try and make their way down towards that B bomb site. The headshot is needed for Victor, and eventually he does indeed find it. One frag being found here, but it is still a 3-on-4, of course, heavily favoring NiP.
On the CT side have got the favor, they've got the bomb side B as well, and but hell if you're on a 14-6 scoreline, that's what you expect. Blocker, this time blitzing outside, picks 2, and it's on a get right on the bomb side to make this hold happen. He's got support from heaven, but they're being spammed at from above. Victor on 1 HP. Get right was about to throw a flashbang, and I feel like in a different universe where Plopsky doesn't peek, we see a flashbang kill there. I mean, they've got time to play with at least. They're ahead by 8 rounds, so they can chill out for a bit, I guess. And oh, the nades early on! Bubble's taken down by it.
I mean, I probably would have agreed with you that they could just chill out and make sure that they have the best buy possible, but it looks like this Force is going quite well for them. Force takes another there after the initial headshot. Victor tries to follow up and ends up going down to a scout bullet to the torso. As we see Plopsky then snatching away the life of his ship. Suddenly it's only Poison that remains. A 1 versus 5 to try and keep Windigo in this map. If not, we'll be heading on over towards Dust 2. At this point, it's looking extremely likely. Sure, Poison got 1 frag, but instantly Forest on that scout decides to make it the hat-trick.
And which one is definitely going to relegation.
Yeah, this is Dust 2 now. It's about the individual skill, so it's who's going to step up more. And starting it off well here is Windigo with that opening frag over on Long. Good bit of utility as well to work with. A smoke able to go down on the cross. Have they covered it off completely? Yeah, they have. And Ship's actually spamming through. Ends up taking himself a kill on Get Right. Rez goes down as well. And this man just cannot stop right now.
And Plopsky just hiding. Oh no. I couldn't see.
On his head. Quick round though coming in here from Windigo. Having a weaker weapon, or rather a couple of weaker weapons in play. They don't really want to dilly-dally rather. They do just want to make it in towards that B-bomb site as quickly as they can, and as you can see right now, actually, NiP doing a pretty good job of holding it down. Get right up pinned in the corner. Victor having to get in a bit of a reload here, but he's playing with Plopsky, staying alive, and eventually takes himself the headshot. That's going to be the bomb now going down, and again, a disadvantageous position here for NiP coming into a B retake. That's never a good spot to be in, but Rez will be able to pounce quickly there and drop 1 to equalize it in terms of the manpower. Necro and Rez, they have an up. They don't have a defuse kit, though, making things a little bit more complicated. And of course, Necro, as you can see, in a bit of an awkward spot. Ships was cutting off his rotation. Eventually, though, he will go down, but they need to move very quickly now.
Yeah, Rez gets it as well. Not playing for the team anymore, but the roster lock making him play and all that. So it seemed like then you could almost count them out because it's just not a position you expect them to get a whole lot done in. Get Right's managed to sneak past here. All the flashbangs being thrown over by Blocker meant he had no vision on this. And I don't know if Ships is actually conscious that a player could... Oh, well, he is now. He peeks out and sees him. As Get Right was a little bit distracted by his teammate there, Blocker running around. Just made some steps here. Yeah, runs right into his crosshair, so he's gone. Bomb plants on B, and now NiP know exactly what has happened. Oh, there's the gun spotted. Far's going to go for the kill. Doesn't find it. He's down to 22 HP, being hunted. Great shot onto Bubble. But he's shot in the back by Victor, eventually hunted down. He's been untouched and often playing more sporadic roles, or the first player out long a lot of the time. He's been the one playing by himself when it's in like the likes of the 3v3 situations, and yet still, he's not dying and he's finding kills. This time, just as if to highlight that, the curse comes through. The caster's curse. Plopsky's on 6 HP after taking Ships down, and HP damage significantly done onto Victor and Blocker. Both around 50 taken. Rez hasn't been playing in this position. They've usually had one dedicated down towards Pit. That's Get Right. So Rez coming out, catches him off guard. A second kill before he's taken down. Get Right's now posted up on the back of Long. He gets flashbanged. It doesn't quite do as much to Lecro. It was a little bit further back. As the smoke goes down towards Short, he's now ready on that AWP. He knows there's most likely going to be some players coming from Long.
Yeah, playing from in this CT spawn here is Get Right. Necro with that AWP also ready as they do slowly creep up on Long. Blocker's kind of just chilling back. He's got the bomb as well. We'll actually find Lecro as he peeks out, but losing his teammate in the meantime means it's just going to be left into a 1 versus 3. trying to work his way up. He does at least have a smoke rather, so gives him the ability to try and cross over. And it seems like NiP aren't really too sure about what's going on. They've actually gone for a little bit of a rotation. Flopsky over towards the tunnels. They still have Forest over on short though, and of course GetRight spotting the cross, who will actually be able to stop it before anything else can happen.
Windigo have been heavy favorites of middle as they come down though, running out of ammunition. Forest is eliminated. Smokes down, double smokes on the cross. A little bit of a utility waste, but anyways, oh, it's not going to work out for the T side as GetRight just goes through it, finds Victor in the corner. He's waiting for them to come out, spots one as he turns around. He's forced to take the kill. The trigger discipline was there at the start though. The op shot on the blocker leaves him down low, but he's waiting for the head peek so patiently. So it's all about whoever gets that opening kill, and with Rez falling, the return is there for Plopsky. Bomb still towards the T spawn though, and with Windigo having that control and presence towards the A site, this is a huge advantage. You've got GetRight watching the cross and consequentially middle, so he knows it's likely going to be a hit towards A as nobody's crossed back over, but Plopsky's jumping out in the open.
Yeah, I don't think they had any idea at all that they were actually coming up through long. As you said, Plopsky just jumping out in the open was kind of peeking across the doors, I believe. GetRight had already pushed though and was beginning his rotation in through middle, so I'm not too sure what was going on. And there we have it. Blocker finishes it off with the AWP as well, 7-2. Potential rotations though, as you can see already. Forest coming up to assist. They then have GetRight on middle. But Plopsky, he's going to need to be the one that holds it down, and he does indeed kick it off with a nice frag on towards Blocker. Smoke as well, allowing him to try and work around, and there we go. Catches Poison as he's coming out of the tunnel. Suddenly it's all on Bubble. AWP in hand.
Oh, they're coming back as well. He's got the chance. They're checking him. Well thought by Windigo.
Bit of a fake over towards A there. Just one man making his way up. Forrest still going to find out that that's not where the commitment's coming in, though. Finds a second before he goes down.
GetRight wants to push tunnels, where Bubble spots him and takes the frag immediately. Now it's a 2 versus 2, a difficult retake at the best of times, but very time-limited. Ships in on the op, takes 2. Very true.
But let's see. This is an awkward position here for NiP. They need to win this round. Going down 12-3 at the halftime is just too difficult, I would say, for them to try and come back from. But Forrest right now, he's doing a good job actually from the CT spawn. Just lines them up, keeps taking heads, and he makes it 4.
NiP are happy about that, but they still have to hold off against the retake. There is a kit in play for Windigo and a flashbang coming over, a second to follow through, and here's the push.
Yeah, but a nice crossfire between the ramp and the long area. Rez and Lecro, they combine the mow down a few. Plopsky as well coming in, GetRight on that flank from short, eventually gets the frag he worked for. And I mean, understandable because they've been playing so well. Poison with that scout as well. We know he's more than capable of getting...
Hard task to overcome, really, for Ninjas. I think coming through short's their best option, but they have to avoid getting tagged up by this scout. Poison looking for the headshots, not finding them, but his teammates are there to swing in with them. Bubble on the Deagle, a second 1 Deagle for the round, and it's all on to Rez. A 1v2 on the cards as he takes Ships' head off. The flank is coming through from Victor, though. He has to be conscious of this. He has to be aware, and he's not. Victor shoots off. 5 HP left. Just a body tag needed. Rez makes it to the site to look for the plant. He's going to be pushed by Bubble, though. Surely he doesn't get his AK out in time. Oh, he does, but not the headshot. Like I said, I just can't imagine a world in which NiP make it, or NiP are in MDL. But that world might become a reality. If they lose this, they're into relegation up against some pretty damn good teams. Straight away, Bubble and Ships find the kills. They're shutting down this push, but Forrest might have what it takes to pull it back. Lecro with a quick one-tap onto Victor, and the B side is lost. Windigo Gaming are so far ahead at this point that, you know, normally you say there's no way they go for it. Now they don't go for it. I was going to say maybe they just go for it. It looked like they were with Blocker pushing towards the tunnels, but as he's caught in the open, absolutely no way Poison tries to 1v3 it.
Potentially charge up mid, it seems. Yeah, the op here as well, able to give a little bit of cover. They do need to be cautious of Forrest, who's taking the peek himself, goes down. Blocker going to go ahead and find a headshot on the USP as well. And Ships, I was going to say being cautious of lower tunnels, but he will end up getting dropped. But it's still a man advantage with weapons being retrieved. Poison on the scout, and now it's all on the Lecro. 1 versus 3 to deny. Mapping serious point here for Windigo.
And with a flash coming over. It's a shame he's no smoke to cover his push. Headshot found, but Victor was still 100 HP, sitting in CT, ready to take him. And that is it. Match and series point, Dean. 15-7. Straight towards the side. Poison's going to do it with the AWP. He's taken down with the pistols up close. Bubble's not going to push through that smoke at all. Up comes Blocker. Finds one, a second on the spray down as well. Looking for 3. Reload in the open, though. There's no way he gets away with it. Straight through the smoke here. Bubble with a huge play. This could work out with Ships there to back him up. The final kill is Plopsky, 10 HP, and the shot's connected. Ships takes it, and Windigo pull it across the line. They have knocked NiP down into relegation